Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for more Berserker Queen action and the time Freddie Mercury found a brown M&M in his dressing room at Wembley in XCOM 2. And yeah, before you get all irate, I know the brown M&M thing was Van Halen, not Queen, but we're not hunting Berserker Lee Roth here, we're hunting the Berserker Queen, and I needed Freddie for the joke to make sense. And I'm sorry, Freddie, I'm sorry that I used you like that, and I'm also sorry that I used you for a joke that wasn't at all funny, but hey, I'm doing the best I can with my admittedly limited gifts. I'm not a smart man. I'm not a funny man. I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. Also, Freddy, things are a little tense at the moment, given that there's a fairly powerful pod of aliens still running around somewhere on this map, in addition to Large Marge, who is here, well, you know, who we came for anyway. Large Marge is also at large. And my fear is that I'm going to wind up activating the pod of other aliens at the same time I activate Large Marge, and then miss my chance at wrecking Marge so hard that she makes a sound like a garbage truck dropped off the Empire State Building. And you may be asking yourself right now, did Pete just make a Pee-wee's Big Adventure joke? And yes, I did make a Pee-wee's Big Adventure joke. I really sort of feel like back in the day, Paul Rubens got kind of a bum rap. Oh, big deal. So what? He was jerking off in a porno theater. That's why porno theaters exist. That's their sole purpose. Jerking off in a porno theater is just, I mean, that's behaving in an appropriate fashion. Good work, Officer Supercaught. You caught a guy with his dick out in a porno theater. Congratulations, you're the greatest police officer who's ever lived. Who's next on your most wanted list? Officer Genius, the bear that keeps shitting all over the woods? Actually, didn't I open this episode with the bear shitting in the woods joke? Except I think I may have made it does Darth Vader shit in the Death Star? Did I just double dip on that? If I double dipped on that, I'm legitimately sorry, but I'm pretty sure I double dipped on that.
Heading out.
Speaking of double dips, let's hope Taylor Swift can get some double dip. Okay, well, I was going to say do a double dip of death, but on the plus side, never mind. I was going to say we have avoided the thing which I most feared, which was activating both of these pods at the same time. And then I immediately regret this because I definitely did not fucking avoid that. Alright, how much health have you got left, Berserker Queen? Quite a bit. I sort of feel like we're definitely going to need a little Mimic Beacon to probably get us out of this. I really wish we could get Jesus up there for a shot. Tay-Tay, I think you're probably going to have to take a little punch to the face on this one. I don't necessarily like it, but I think it's probably going to happen. Okay, so that Berserker Queen has about 20-ish health. I mean, Master Chef Busey could absolutely kill it. Can you even see it from here? You can. What's your hit percentage chance like with the fucking thrown axe here, Master Chef? Pretty solid. This also doesn't take an... You know what? Yeah, do it. It doesn't take an action either. 80% is good-ish. 9 damage on the critical axe to the face, and we got the Burninator. Man, I love that we can set that man on fire. That's so good. That axe, I do love it. I like that axe. It's real good. We could have Tay-Tay throw the Mimic Beacon. This is an idea with some benefit. She also has a 70% chance of straight up killing the Berserker Queen, which I'm also sort of a fan of. I'd like it to be better. That minimizes the chance of any reaction fire. Miley? Is it gonna be Miley Cyrus who brings down the Berserker Queen? How much health have you got? 1, 2, 3. You know what? Yes, if this hits, this is a kill. Miley Cyrus, can you drop the queen? Can you do it? Yeah, she straight up can, because that was a critical. Large Marge has been shot through the heart.
Check it before you get too close.
Check it before you get too close. I thought for just a split second there, Miley, you were going to say something like, you better check yourself before you riggedy wreck yourself. And I was going to be really impressed with that chat having been recorded. Well, you could just ask Dr. Fallen. I mean, you are sleeping with her, Dr. Tigan. I mean, you two are in a committed, monogamous relationship. Why don't you just ask her? So, suddenly the Mimic Beacon is not necessarily required. Also, we could just have Jesus. You know what? Let's just have Jesus toss one. This will be fine. Hey, Seuss, buddy. Get you up here. And have you grab this loot. And then I think we'll definitely have you toss the beacon. What'd you come up with? An Illyrium core? A superior expanded magazine is actually pretty good. I don't hate the Illyrium cores. I mean, I'm not hugely enthused about them because we don't really need them, but I don't hate it. Because we have been using quite a few of them, like Moose Juice. Did you moved already? Okay, I mean, that's... Alright. I had not thought that you had departed from, did you already taken a move, but apparently I was wrong. Uncle Mel, where can you get to? Can you maybe shoot that muton in the back? Yeah, you can. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, based on the Shadow Chamber, unless it's straight up lied to me, which, let's face it, wouldn't be the first time it's straight up lied to me, this pod should be the last bit of opposition we've got sitting on this map here. 78% for Uncle Mel to go do his Perfidious best and shoot this man right in the back. Yeah, you looking down the barrel of my gun, muton? You looking down the barrel of my gun? You know what you see at the end of the barrel of this gun, muton? You know what you see? You see your doom, punk. I know you see me, standing here amidst the fire and flames, pointing this weapon at you, and you're thinking, did Uncle Mel Gibson fire one shot, or was it 2 shots? How many bullets does that gun hold anyway? I'm just a muton. I don't know a whole lot. Did he fire 5 shots, or was it 6? Did Perfidious Pete try to make a Dirty Harry reference and really sort of fuck it up? Yeah, he did try to do that. Is it gonna save my ass? Probably not, because Uncle Mel is unlikely to miss, and this is almost as likely to critical as it is to hit. Did everybody just get the short end of the stick on that? Am I as fucked as we could possibly be? Yes, I not only mangled the joke, but I also mangled the kill. Great work. Alright, I hate myself more than I ever have. Although, yeah, it sort of wasn't my fault. Do I have to take the blame for that one? I mean, it seems kind of undeserved, because now we have 3 enemies left, and really no way to kill them. I think, alright, Jesus, you're going to have to drop the Mimic Beacon, and as much as I don't necessarily like it, I think Tay-Tay may have to as well. Master Chef Busey, you've got the free reload option, so we're not really too terribly concerned about your ammo situation. Let's have you come up here and take a little desperation rapid fire. And it's going to be truly desperate. Whatever, we got, bullets are cheap. Let's go with that argument. We're going to shoot twice because bullets are not expensive. Also, Master Chef Busey never fails to deliver the goods, and he just delivered the goods right there. Okay, the second time he did not deliver the goods, admittedly, but his good delivery from the first time I really feel like was acceptable enough. That's a sufficient level of goods delivered. We can feel okay about it. You know, Moose Juice, I think we're going to drop you into Overwatch here. Tay-Tay, we're not going to get anything useful out of you at all, are we? So you know what we're going to have you do, Tay-Tay? We're going to have you throw this Mimic Beacon over here. I want to try and draw these guys back closer to us, but not so close that they will throw a grenade at this Mimic Beacon and also catch Jake Busey in the blast. Because I do have a little backup plan here for Jesus that does not involve the Mimic Beacon. Instead, what we're going to do, we're going to aid Protocol Master Chef Busey here. And that way, when the first guy comes to make his move and try to get the goods on our Mimic Beacon there, and who wouldn't want to get a piece of that hot Taylor Swift action that's working there? That's maybe the most effective lure we've seen to date in the XCOM project. A phantom Taylor Swift? I mean, yeah, people are going to come running for the rich taste of Tay-Tay. And that's exactly what we wanted. Master Chef Busey using the Mimic Beacon as a lure to get himself a kill. See, that muton couldn't resist either. He's like, is that Taylor Swift? Holy shit, I gotta get her autograph, yo. And then he ran over there and just bam, right in the face. Jake Busey took him down. Slightly less of a solid performance from Tara Reid, but Tara Reid giving a questionable performance, let's face it, this is not the first time that has happened. Both, like, you know what I'm saying, both metaphorically and in the game itself. This is not the first time that has happened. Did you see the bulge on Taylor Swift's Mimic Beacon there? What was that all about, Tay-Tay? You got quite a package. Also, what the fuck is this guy doing? Okay. Mel Gibson has... Have you been finally stabbed enough times, Mel, that now you're just beyond the point where you don't give a shit anymore? You'd be like, fuck it, stab me, I don't care. It's not gonna hurt. Mel Gibson has endured way worse than this. Apparently, this guy, for whatever bizarre reason, was incapable of seeing our Mimic Beacon in the tile we threw it at. Am I salty about that? A little. Am I really too terribly concerned about the fact that Mel Gibson has taken 2 damage from this Berserker? No, because, you know, it's gonna give Mel Gibson... I mean, look. Uncle Mel now has a, he's got a real lethal weapon sort of moment here. And if I were a more clever man, I'd come up with a quip that was more appropriate. It'd be like, how did you dodge that? Did you see that, Raj? How did he dodge my bullet with that one deft move? He took my gun apart like that. How do we got to go ask him, right? We got to go ask this muton. How, when I tried to sneak up behind him and shoot him in the back, how did he know I was there, Raj? How did he know? And then, you know, Murtaugh, or as the case may be now, Damon Wayans. Which, I gotta say, Damon Wayans, man, what happened to you, dog? You're gonna be the new Detective Murtaugh? in a television version of Lethal Weapon with like less crazy Mel Gibson? I don't see how that works. You were in The Last Boy Scout, man. The Last Boy Scout. You've worked with Bruce Willis, man. You can't I digress. The Lethal Weapon thing really does have me trouble. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't even remember. We're just standing here next to a fire with our gun in a muton's mouth. Let's see if Uncle Mel can close the deal here. All right, crazy-ass Uncle Mel, you got... Yeah, there you go. All right. Getting too old for this shit. I mean, the muton's not getting too old for this shit. In fact, he's not getting any older ever at all because I have ended his existence. But me, I'm still getting too old for this shit.
What's over there?
Who do we want to get a kill here? This is the question. We would like to feed kills to people who could potentially level, which means probably the Crimson-Lipped Death Goddess. If we gotta pick somebody, little Tay-Tay is probably the way to go. All right, Taylor, let's have you. You wanna do a little shotgun surgery here? Well, you did exactly a little shotgun surgery. That man is burning. Do we let him die or do we kill him with Smiley Miley? I mean, Tay-Tay technically earned that kill. Do we want to let her have it, or would we rather have Tara Moose Juice Reed swoop in for the steal? We do kind of need, you know, honestly, I'm sorry, Tay-Tay, but I think it's time for Tara Reid to maybe steal your thunder here. Yeah, Tara Reid is more likely to get a level off of this kill, and also, that's a more productive level for Tara Reid. I mean, she gets bumped up a level, we up her pay grade, she can maybe afford that reconstructive surgery. She's, never mind, she has shit it right down her leg. Wow, Tara Reid, we're giving you every opportunity to fucking redeem yourself here, and what do? I keep giving you chances, chance after chance after chance, and what do? You squander it, man. You just let it all go to waste. It's like you don't even care. It's like you don't even care. Ah, you make me really sad. You make me very sad. All right, so let's go throw a gremlin heal at Uncle Mel Gibson because it's funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's not even odd funny. It's basically a waste. Which I guess is what makes it funny. Is it funny to be wasteful? I mean, if it is, Americans are some of the funniest people on the planet. All right, just go on Overwatch. This man should die, and that should get Tay-Tay the kill, which may garner her promotion. It did not. Well, we did the Saving Private Ryan thing. We're like, ceasefire, let him cook. Which, you know, seemed kind of inhumane, but I guess if I was storming the beaches at Normandy and my friends were all dying around me and I was in a horrible situation where I knew literally I could die at fucking any second, I'd probably be looking for a little payback at the people who were doing to me too. So, I mean, it's vicious, but it's understandably vicious. Two words that probably don't often get used in conjunction. Oh, you know, it was vicious, but it was understandably vicious. Did you hear the way Pete talked about Tara Reid's nipples? I mean, it was vicious, man. Understandably vicious, because holy shit, they looked like when her shirt's off, she looks like a cockeyed Cocker Spaniel. But it was vicious, even if it was understandable. Taylor Swift is all grins there. Did you get a promotion, Taylor Swift? Because you probably should get a promotion. You also moved further than Master Chef Jake Busey. That's remarkable, because Jake Busey is the fastest man in XCOM. He's the Usain Bolt of XCOM. Is he, Pete? Is he the Usain Bolt of XCOM? Or is Usain Bolt the Jake Busey of real life? Which way could it go? And I think the answer is definitively that Usain Bolt is probably the Usain Bolt of real life, whereas, you know, similarly, Jake Busey is the Jake Busey of real life. They probably don't cross over. It's probably exclusively an XCOM thing. You guys, what's up? I mean, everybody's really nodding. You guys got like, are you guys like pumped into some music that I can't hear or something? You got like some Wi-Fi earbuds in, and everybody's like listening. They're like, man, the new Thrice album is sweet. You guys hear this? Black Honey, swinging my hand through a swarm of bees. Yeah, this is the shit, yo. That song is fantastic, by the way. If you haven't heard Black Honey by Thrice, check it out. If I, Perfidious Pete, don't personally have an anthem, but if I did have an anthem, or if I were to have an anthem, that'd be it. It's like the anthem of the channel, definitely. It's definitively the theme.
I told the troops to expect the best, and that's what you've shown them.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well, I mean, most of the heavy lifting was done by another team. Let's come to face it, Bradford. Leaving the Berserker Queen with like 20-ish health, roughly, was most of the heavy lifting already done. Tara Reid and Tay-Tay and little Smiley Miley were just the sponge that we used for mop-up after Paul Rubens' trip to the porno theater. Because, again, after, porno theaters, that's why they exist, man. Picking on people for jerking off in a porno theater. It didn't make any sense.
Now that we have recovered one of Dr. Valen's test subjects,
it's like being upset with somebody for jerking off at a peep show. I mean, that's why they went, man. They went for the sexual release. Be like, oh, Pete, why did you go to the peep show last night? Were you jerking off? And I'll be like, no, I went to have a conversation about the works of Marcel Proust with the girl behind the 6 inches of bulletproof glass. Of course I went to jerk off. Anyway, are peep shows even still a thing? Probably not. I would guess the internet porn has probably destroyed the porn theater and peep show industry. Is it a shame? I'm not really sure. We picked up a Codex brain. It's also an odd thing to wonder about. An Delirium core, we got the Berserker Queen corpse. This behemoth has not only been genetically modified, but also given substantially altered equipment tied directly to its central nervous system. Extreme care should be taken when attempting to disconnect any of the embedded systems. Well, I'm sure we'll get Dr. Tigan on that, and I'm sure he'll exercise extreme caution as well, and that he'll probably take a fucking hacksaw straight to it. Substantially modified. So, yeah, you're going to give me the same thing again. The fabrication process could prove a challenge. We'll build our own armor suit out of that. Well, the real question is, Dr. Tigan, what is the fashion going to look like? I mean, that's really what we're concerned about. What is the fashion of the new Berserker armor? Is it gonna be as laughably stupid as the serpent armor was? How long have we got for this shit? I mean, it's 1 day for the Codex Brain project, and then we can start. I was sincerely thinking about canceling our Shadow Chamber project to roll over and do the Berserker Queen autopsy. Is it worth it? I'm science research. Oh, so we actually can't even start. We can't abandon that in favor. All right, well, I guess we don't have a choice. Thanks, Railroad Plot. I appreciate it. No, I didn't want to be able to change direction.
I expected to find that the aliens were conducting questionable experiments involving human captives at the black site we raided with the help of local resistance.
You didn't expect that, Dr. Tigan? Literally, what else were you expecting?
Reprehensible than I could have possibly imagined.
No, I mean, seriously, if you weren't expecting that, Dr. Tigan, what were you expecting? I literally am at a loss for another possible theory.
Industrial scale. The aliens have crossed the boundaries of known science.
So Sausage Factory was your main guess? Well, I mean, I suppose Sausage Factory is at least somewhat similar. I mean, it's at least, I mean, it's reasonable. It'd be like, I didn't think they were experimenting with people. I just thought they were going for a whole kind of to serve man thing, where they were just hacking people up into haggis and then chopping them into sausage. You know what? I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I really want to see the cutscene for the Berserker project, and this is the last episode I'm going to record today, so assorted loot. Well, that's specific. What are you going out here for? There's some road traffic. We heard there was some assorted loot. We're going to go check it out. It's so absurd, I'm actually going to go investigate it.
Plotting new course.
This absurd loot. Really, what I want to do is just get a data pass to complete the Codex research, because this is the last episode I'm going to record today, and I usually record all my XCOM episodes sort of in one big chunk. And I really want to see the cutscene for the Berserker Queen thing, because it's a cutscene I haven't seen before. This one, fortunately, I have seen before. Also, this episode's a little short, and this will help me pad it out. And if you think the previous thing wasn't just me trying to cover for that shit, then well,
Commander,
yeah,
we're making
you're on
progress
to me. That's
piecing
fine.
this thing back
I'm not
together.
clever enough to conceal myself.
It hasn't been pretty.
Our soldiers completely disabled this unit in the field. What
Really?
we're hearing
Because
is
we've
merely a
killed
byproduct of
probably
lack of
50
limits.
codexes at this
I
point, guys.
assure you, it is well past the point of feeling pain.
Yeah, it looks real comfortable,
I'll
Dr.
take your
Tigan.
word for it, Doctor.
I'm sending you a new secret now.
It appears to be just a
These
random
are
series of integers
coordinates.
between 10 and
Return
50,
coordinates.
Dr. Tigan.
Think we've
I'm not
got a
sure how
point
this
of
is
origin.
useful.
Well, part of one.
Something else. Something underneath. One more.
Oh, is this where they wreck the Avenger?
It is attempting to block further access.
I don't know, this is where Lily saves us at the last second with some, like, specific heroics of waiting until the last possible moment to do the very thing she should have just done first, right? In, like, sort of your classic drama paradigm. Somebody handed her the stupid idiot ball so she could act like a dumbass instead of just doing the sensible thing from the first place. I'm gonna try 25 things that don't work so I can do the one thing it was painfully obvious I should have done right from the start. I hate it when movies and TV do that. There's a trope for it. They call it being handed the idiot ball.
Some sort of fail-safe protocol, I imagine.
Oh,
The
well,
Codex
never
must
mind.
have
This actually isn't the
overloaded
idiot ball
the
thing, so
interface
the only
to
person
prevent
holding the
any
idiot ball
further
right now
theft
is
of
me,
information.
Perfidious Speed, because clearly I have misremembered
Believe
this
I was
particular
one
cutscene.
step ahead of it.
It must be the
That's
Avatar project.
An enormous amount of data.
Yes. And I
Why did you
expect it
make
may
that
take
sound
some
vaguely
time
sexual,
to
Lily?
decipher.
Better get
That's an
started.
enormous amount of data. Can't wait to
I don't
get it
think
in
we're gonna
me.
be able to do
Wait,
that.
what? Lily, come on. I mean, I'm not trying to
I'll
kink shame you,
proceed with the
Lily. But
necessary research and preparation. With your approval, of course, Commander.
yeah, because clearly you've waited for my input to do all of this stupid
That's
bullshit.
if I can reconstruct
Do
the
you need
data
my
we
rubber
lost in the
stamp at this
transfer.
point? I think you guys are going to do whatever the
Just
hell you're
hope
going
it
to
was
do,
worth
and
it.
my presence here is largely irrelevant. You done?
New objective added.
Good. Decrypt codex data. Yeah, well, we're not going to do that
We're
since
making
Johnny
progress,
Railroad plot
Commander.
operation.
I've
Ruby.
updated our objectives based on the latest findings.
In the field, the Codex appears as an anomalous form in an almost constant state of flux.
Yep. Killed dozens
seemingly
of them,
only
Dr.
present in
Tigan.
our world for milliseconds
Odds
at a
are I've seen them
time.
before. This is
However,
not new
it was
information to me,
apparently
sir.
not immune to the effects of conventional weaponry.
Yeah,
Having
hey, I've
dissipated
been
before
briefed,
leaving
Tigan. Do we still
behind
need to do this?
object?
Good. All right, thank you. Now, why don't you go down here and do some actual research that we've never done before and something that will be interesting. And also, I know that's something you are probably literally aching to do, and I mean that physically. I got to assume you're blue balling something fierce right now. Little Berserker Queen autopsy. Oh man, they didn't even reskin the Berserker Queen. It looks exactly like every other. Oh, that's disappointing.
Towards the boundaries of what could be considered reasonable and
Oh, no, wait, I guess it has different hands. All right.
even in wartime, I must consider the fact that by providing an already unstable alien being with equipment that may further its own capabilities, I risk crossing a line that can never be uncrossed.
Dr. Valen, the only thing you have ever done is cross lines that can't be uncrossed. It's your raison d'etre. It's basically the sole purpose of your existence. Crossing the uncrossable lines or lines that should not be crossed, it's what you live for, Dr. Valen. I mean, it's only a matter of time before you and Tigan are doing the nasty on top of an alien corpse. I mean, you're going to be riding him cowgirl style, screaming at the top of your lungs in the throes of a shattering orgasm. And there's nothing wrong with that. Whatever you two do, as long as it's enthusiastically consented to by both parties, I don't care. I really don't. I also need to wrap this one up. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot. And I was expecting the Berserker autopsy cutscene to be a little bit more enlightening than just sort of the classic, slightly reskinned Berserker autopsy cutscene with a different voiceover by Dr. Valen, but I guess I'm doomed to disappointment. If you enjoyed that, though, like, subscribe. This one's right now. Thanks very much for watching. And I'll probably be disappointing you again in the future. I'll see you again soon.